4 Meji YouTube video K Lia Oper Jo Tum Ny Story Lik KDHS K Oper Time N Strong Hook Lik K Do. Hook Jandar. Suspenseful Our Curiosity Sai Barpor Hona Chaye K Mary Veur Engage Ho Jn Our video Ko and a day in the park started quietly. The sun hung low, casting long shadows across the grass. Birds chirped faintly, but their sounds felt distant. I walked along the winding path, feeling the crunch of dry leaves under my shoes. The air smelled faintly of wet earth and flowers. A gentle breeze brushed my face, but it carried an odd, almost metallic scent. Children played far in the distance, their laughter echoing strangely. I noticed a bench under a large oak tree. Its wood looked worn, and dark stains marred the surface. Curiosity drew me closer, yet a small part of me hesitated. I sat down, the cold seeping into my clothes, making my skin prickle. Something shifted in the air, subtle but noticeable. The shadows around the tree seemed darker than they should be. A sudden rustling came from the bushes nearby. I turned my head, but saw nothing moving. The wind whispered through the branches, sounding almost like voices. My heartbeat quickened, each thump echoing in my ears. I felt the brush of something behind me, soft but deliberate. I spun around. The path was empty. A chill ran down my spine, and my breath became shallow. Then I noticed the footprints in the dirt, leading toward me, but no one was there. The air felt heavier, almost pressing against my chest. A faint, cold hand seemed to touch my shoulder. I froze, unable to move, my mind screaming at me to run. The park, once peaceful, now felt alive in a way that made my skin crawl. Shadows moved at the corner of my vision, just out of reach. I wanted to scream, but no sound came. And then, a whisper, clear and sharp, called my name. Deccan. The whisper lingered in the air, barely audible, yet it felt sharp against my eardrums. I turned slowly, my eyes scanning the shadows between the trees. Nothing moved, yet I felt certain someone, or something, was watching me. The sun dipped lower, and the park was swallowed by an eerie twilight. The leaves no longer rustled with the breeze, instead, they quivered as if trembling in fear. I could hear my own heartbeat pounding like a drum in the quiet. Each step I took on the path sounded louder than it should have. I tried to convince myself it was only my imagination, a trick of the fading light. But deep down, I knew the air had changed. It was heavier, charged with something unseen. A sudden snap of a twig made me jump. I spun toward the sound, but the shadows seemed to stretch and twist, avoiding the light. The path ahead, once clear, now seemed unfamiliar, distorted. The trees leaned closer together, their branches like grasping fingers. I noticed a faint figure standing at the edge of the path, just beyond the reach of the dimming sun. Its shape was humanoid but blurred, like smoke caught in the wrong light. My instincts screamed to run, yet my legs refused to obey. The figure raised an arm slowly, pointing directly at me. A cold shiver ran down my spine, and my skin crawled. I tried to speak, but my voice caught in my throat. Then I heard it again, the whisper, this time clearer, closer, almost in my ear. It repeated my name, but not in a familiar way. There was something wrong with the tone, hollow and jagged. I felt a pressure at the back of my neck, as if invisible eyes were burning into me. The ground beneath my feet felt unstable, almost liquid, though it looked solid. My surroundings blurred. The trees, the path, even the fading sunlight seemed to ripple. I stumbled back, trying to escape the presence, but the figure advanced without moving its feet. Its motion was unnatural, gliding over the ground like mist. The shadows around it twisted violently, crawling along the trunks and creeping toward me. I turned and ran, my breath ragged, my lungs burning. The park, once familiar, had transformed into a labyrinth of dark shapes and whispers. Branches scratched at my face and arms as I pushed through the undergrowth. I tripped over a root and fell hard, scraping my hands and knees on the dirt. The figure was closer now, almost upon me. I looked up and saw its face, or what should have been a face. Hollow eyes stared back, empty yet burning with a malevolent intensity. Its mouth opened, but no sound came. Instead, a wave of cold washed over me, as if 1,000 icy fingers had touched my soul. I scrambled